hold on to it for a little bit. You'll see a little bit of glue there. After you do a couple, you'll know how to get it where you don't have a whole bunch, but it's not really going to show up. As a matter of fact, I got a whole bunch of glow-in-the-dark hot melt glue coming. Now, your glues, don't be confused. You don't need the hot melt and low melt. Just use regular old same one. You get a 100 pack at Walmart for less than a 50 pack for some reason. Okay, that one I had cut so I could do like in Popper's 101 and put my rattle up in there if you want to rattle. And this big one here, also sell this foam here for float strike indicators. It's got a hole going through it big enough you can put on your fly line, or somewhere you can put it on your leader, and the casting will keep it up towards the fly. But you need, if you're like me, I get leaders, since I'm using usually about a 15-20 weight tippet on there. I just cut it back down there where I can tie that on there and put about a 3 or 4 foot piece on there. Anyway, you can stuff some of this up in here. You can get some backer rod, you can get some foam, and let's get that light adjusted where you can see this a little bit better. Okay, now got that up in there. Well, let's say I got foam up in there that rattle, Wapsie fly, wholesales, and they're available a lot of places. I'm just about out of glue on this one. Anyway, this one here, it's not important to have that cup, because I'll show you what we can do right here. Since we didn't finish this body, make it all shiny and slick, and as I said, it's not really going to matter too much as to whether you coat it or not, because it's not going to hold a lot of water. We are going to make a nice little nuclear head. This will be a nuclear foam popper. Okay, here again, just a little bit of super glue, just a touch. You put too much on there and it's going to go up. Now with this, I could use a purple UV mix. I'm going to put a peacock on here. To get those purple stripes, you could use the purple, because when you heat up that purple, if you've seen the other videos, it's part purple, part turn over towards a peacock. Here again, if you heat it up too much, use too high a temperature, what happens, folks? You lose the iridescence. Some of these colors turns bronze or off color, but you can use that to your advantage. I've got this kind of close, so let me get my thread all the way back. I could have cut that back just a little bit. Now that's going to come back here. If you want to hide that whole popper, cut that one right about here. Now we're going to turn this one over. It won't hide the whole thing because of the way I have my loop up front here. As you can see, it's going to leave a little bit of coloration in there. Now for the underside, since that's the smaller part, you make this loop a little bit smaller. If you want that to show, you could use that much, say on the top here. You could put this on here. You can also heat that up, put some hot melt glue on there and stick it on there. I've got a nice flying fish I use with this, with some pattern that I use with pearl curl for wing. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, just like deer hair or anything, keep it kind of loose and then go in here. I might have had this one a little close and it'd be kind of hard to tie into. Here again, in a lot of videos, I was gonna make you buy the video to get to the top secret nuclear tying method where you don't need the whip finish. Decided just to give it away. As you can see, I caught that stuff up in there. Let's get quite a bit in here and pull it down a little bit. Most of your threads are synthetic nowadays. Check with your fly shop, make sure it's synthetic, and this stuff will bond right in there. Get this one back like that. Now, once I heat this up, it's going to get that out the way a little bit. As you can see, this little nozzle barely going to fit on there. Got that at about a 4. I got mine at about 3.5. That's a little bit too high. Trying to speed this up. Take your time with yours. I can almost see that through there, so I'll pull this over a little bit. Now I'm going to turn it down to about a 3, let it cool for a second. I've got to take that off because I got that other post to hold that tie-in bobbin on there. That's hitting my gun. Turn it down to 2.5 because it's tight on there. And I'll work it back up in temperature-wise. You could almost take off that little reducing nozzle also. There you go. Now we'll come back here. As I said, I'm probably going to want to fish with that. That pretty well covers all that up. Now, if you're going to be getting in a lot of toothy critters, you could put a little hot melt glue up around on there. Let me grab another stick. And then poke her down. Use a low melt for this part. I should have mentioned. Now, as you see, if you left that back just a little bit, you'd have those colors on there. And if you didn't want to, excuse me, put this perfect head on there, you could have made it up like Poppers 101 and had a nice little popper that'll cup out and splash out and throw everywhere. You can also mix it pearl curl. You can get your pearl curl. If you see the video on pearl curl hooks, you can use that adhesive on some hooks, get it on there, and then your pearl curl would be coming out such as that behind there, and you'd have, well, let's do it that way. That would be coming out like that. You can glue that pearl curl onto here with hot melt glue, take it out, and then glue them together, a couple pieces. That works also. I've got some of those patterns made up. Then once again, I like my glow-in-the-dark eyes just in case it doesn't really get a whole lot of dark up here summertime compared to those TV shows that show you nighttime. But I guarantee we get a little bit of dark until you get to Fairbanks or north. You do have a little bit of twilight and everything else. I could use a little more on there. It does take a little bit for these eyes to set, so don't go playing with them. Get a good bit on there. These are, oh, what are they, 12 millimeter glow-in-the-dark eyes I carry. 1A dash flies, dash fly fishing, fly dash fly fishing. And I turn that up to about 4.5 because I got the gun back a little bit. Taking care not to hit those eyes. You hit those eyes, you melt that plastic, and you lose your rattle. Now, if I was really tie this up for pike, I'd have one of my weed guards in there. This nuclear emission wing, you can crust it over for as strong as you want it. Yep. There's another little variation that you can have fun playing with. And see you next time.